Oh, sorry. I like cheated a little right there, but I cheated and lost.
Welcome to books we never read.
Except for those we have.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Jason.
And today we are discussing chapters 1 through 11 of Caliban's War by James S.A. This is the second novel in the Expanse series. So if you have not read Leviathan's Wake, you should probably go read that. And I guess you could just pick this one up and start here. There's references to what happened in the first book and things happening in this book. Some are linked to, perhaps, and then also happening because of what happened in the first book. Yeah. So there's some things that you would need to know.
I think that will only increase.
Yeah.
You should read the first book.
So, plus it builds the character and the stories, sure, and gets you in line with what else going on. So anyways, that's what we're talking about today. So if you are new to the show, if you're new to the book club, welcome. We're super excited to have you here. We are available on YouTube Music as a podcast. We're on Instagram, and we are on Fable to keep up with each other on our reading between live sessions.
It's true.
Spoilers abound.
That's what we do.
We shall be spoiling. So anyways, how's it going?
It's good. Thanks for asking. How are you? And now to Nicole with the weather.
Yeah.
No, I'm having a blast. This was a good pick. You did a good job.
Good.
We enjoyed the first book so much, and you're right. Like, we just needed to get around to this one, and it starts off with a bang, and you do already kind of know all the characters, and it was kind of hard for me to remember some of the stuff about the first book, but they kind of touch on it so well as you're working through this one that I was like, oh, right, got it, cool. Mm-hmm. Right into the thick of it.
I definitely intended to go back and watch a recap of the first book, but he's blending it in, what all happened and helping to remind you of what's going on. So, yeah. Okay, so speaking of recap, the last book ended, the resolution was fling the goo in the hole of Eris Station onto Jupiter, right?
No, Venus.
Good Venus. Try. And now there's some hexagonal pattern life form being created. Mm-hmm. And we are also seeing that hexagonal pattern created in the doorway where May disappeared. Did I understand that correctly?
Oh, I must have missed that part about the hexagon thing. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe.
So, chat, please confirm or correct. Oh, how'd you make it repeat?
What?
It's just pinned comment. That's great.
Yeah. Now the people. Yeah. Sometimes I'm smart.
Yeah. So let me know if that's true. So we also have in this first third of the reading kind of the establishment of the characters and then the joining of the forces that'll be working together. And so on one side we have Holden's group, which is part of the OBA now, but going rogue on a side quest to help Pax. So joining forces with Pax to sort out where his daughter is.
Which turns out the side quest is probably the main quest.
Right. Yeah. And on the other side of this, trying to figure out what's going on, is Avasarala joining forces with Bobby.
Yes.
Which is going to be a really fun coalition.
I was mentioning this to Nicole maybe yesterday that we watched the first season at least of The Expanse. We might have watched part of the second. I really don't remember. And it's not clear to me. I was saying it wasn't clear to me what books are part of the first season and how that all works. But then Avasarala is a main character in the show from the very beginning. And so they're obviously blending these books together. But I didn't even realize last time we read, I totally forgot
that she's missing.
That she was missing. And now that she's added back in, I'm just oh yeah, okay. So, somebody in the chat just said that they wish that she and Amos will meet just because
that would be such a great...
There would be some mad respect there.
Thunder and lightning would happen.
Yes. That'd be really good.
Unconfirmed. Okay.
Okay, so, but what they were saying was that they find the box from the prologue that made May scream, right? So there was the box with the man with the blue eyes.
Yeah.
And so that was in one of the rooms, and definitely a second monster was present, yoinking heads off and stuff during the gun battle.
Yeah.
There at the end.
Oh.
Yeah, no, for sure. So right, so Holden and crew take Prax in. Right, there's the first gunfight that Prax initiates. Then they like go into like the next space after that like pizza scene. They
That was so
go.
weird. She just kept eating her pizza.
Well, I mean, it's a power move. I thought she was playing. I thought there weren't other people. There were definitely other people. But at one point they like hear roaring and craziness and stuff. But then they see like random body parts all torn off and stuff. And so there was like a second thing. And I think we're supposed to be led to be concerned that it's May, but we also haven't seen that thing yet. Like whatever it was, which I think we know what it was, but we haven't like witnessed it yet. Holden has not seen it. There was something about maybe it had been shot. You're right about the goo because he sees it and there's a Prax is about to touch it or like lick it or something, right? And then they're like, hey man, we got to get on the ship and get out of here.
Yeah.
But that seems to be like the filaments that come from the monster.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is this monster that was in there? Do we think that's the same monster that Bobby encountered?
No, because that monster exploded.
Like, or same breed of
Yeah.
monster?
There seems to be something that they're doing. When May sees the man in the box, there's like a man in the box. I think we're led to believe that that man becomes the monster. Whatever, I suppose it's possible. And there's something about the disorder that allows you to be easily infected or something. And we think it's the man, or I think it's the man, because at the end of the fight, before it explodes, he has like 2 bonus arms pop out. He has like 2 human appendages or something, like bust out of his chest, and they're like little hands, and then he explodes.
Gross.
Yeah. I would like to see that on TV, I'll be honest.
All right.
Yeah. But so really now the question is like, well, who's doing this?
Yeah.
And we think that OPA is the only people it has. It would be a real bummer if this is like Fred Johnson doing this or whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Avasarala already said like she didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so Holden sees the goo, calls to get out. We think they're the same breed. They're changing the sick kids, and they all have the same immune disease or something. Shelby says she enjoyed the scene where Bobby called everybody out at the UN. That was a good scene.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Bobby. I'm glad she lived.
Mm-hmm.
She was very lucky. But I think her and Avasarala will be a good team up.
Yeah.
They're both like very goal focused and
Yeah.
just want to figure this out.
So Avasarala lives on Earth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a chapter that described her while she was home with her grandkids and just how beautiful and lush and green and easy, Earth is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in such stark contrast to how like the people on Ganymede are living, and it just sounds so terrible. And Bobby, when she steps outside and sees the vast expanse of sky
so
and all the sounds and smells and
I think a lot when we read sci-fi about like the claustrophobia of a spaceship, because like I'm like, it'd be so cool to go to space, and then part of me is like, I don't know, man. And then I think about like the agoraphobia of space, right? And so when we were watching Project Hail Mary, which we have not watched anymore since we made that post, whenever he goes out to do his like spacewalk or whatever, and he's like, oh nope, and he walks back in, I'm like, yeah, that'd be me.
Yeah.
But I've never thought about like sort of the reverse. What if somebody grows up in spaceships and asteroids and all that, and then they come to Earth
and domes and
and there's no roof. You know? It's very. It's not like a uniquely sci-fi thing. Like dwarves have this problem in fantasy, right? Like because they live under the mountains and there's always a roof, and that's why it's like weird that like Gimli runs around all the time up top, because like they don't like that. You know, it's very interesting.
Yeah, so that was cool. I had something else to say about that, and I lost it. Oh yeah, so on Ganymede, that's where Pax lives, right? Pax.
Yes.
Okay. This, he's in a unique position because he definitely understands how the systems work to maintain life. And it makes it like extra terrifying. It's a horrific thought that he knows that if one thing gets messed up, or the people panic and start eating the non-edible plants that are actually scrubbing
Right.
the environment,
Right.
you know, for particulates and keeping the air clean. This cascade of catastrophe, the little signs and the little symptoms that might go unnoticed by others, but he notices the plants are getting yellow. You know, like they're not getting the nutrients they need. The system's jacked up. That was all. I just, you know, this is a very like action focused type novel. It's all bang pow, beat 'em up, get in there, save the day. But the authors remember to like also incorporate really cool science and details and stuff like that into the narrative, and that's fun.
Yeah, and it's just like sort of slipped in. Yeah, it's very easy reading, right?
Yeah.
You know, whereas like with Project Hail Mary, say you would have like whole pages of just like trying to like solve a scientific problem, and it was fun. Like it was really well done. But this one, they just sort of like, here's the thing, and you keep moving. Yeah, it's nice.
It's more about the action than the science.
Peggy points out that even though he notices that the space station is dying, he doesn't notice until it's almost too late that he is dying. That's just what it's like being a dude.
That was so heartbreaking. Yeah. And watching him like come back around, you know, that like he'd eat a little something and then feel like part of him kind of come back online again and like remember something. It's not all in a straight line, you know.
Sure. Can we all agree that like Amos is the best character? Amos is the best character. That's all there is to it. But like,
what's going on with Holden?
Well, there's something going on in Amos's past. Like there's some reason that he's so sympathetic to Prax, right? He might have had a kid sister, or he might have had a daughter, or something. Like something is going on there, because he makes the obviously wrong decision of letting Prax go to give him the gun, and eventually he's like, "Yep, okay, you know, whatever." But
that
like,
was shocking.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
What's going on with Holden?
Yeah.
He's just, it's a trauma response, right? Yeah. Like he spent too much time with Miller and learned some Miller ways. And,
yeah.
You know.
Chewed them ups. Oh, okay. There
we go. So Peggy says that she thinks that Holden has a connection with Miller.
That'd
be interesting. Like sort of the spirit of Miller still. That would be kind of cool. I do kind of miss Miller. I think it was important that he died, but I do miss him.
We're getting a little bit though, you know, like he's popping up still in some strong ways, and I wonder how long they can continue that for.
Yeah.
And we saw Julie's dad.
Yeah,
and he did not answer the question.
No, he didn't.
Do you think Julie's been reaching out to him? Communicating to him?
I don't think so.
And I thought the whole point of crashing that into Venus was to destroy it.
Yeah, well, it didn't.
It was just to contain it.
I mean, it just was so that it wouldn't hit Earth, I think. Right? They like nudged it or something. That was the point.
Together forever. She's like, who are you?
So Shelby says Amos is the best character, but that makes her nervous. I agree. It also makes me nervous. I feel like he won't make it to the end of this book.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh no. Yeah, he does kind of give off a similar vibe to a beloved character from Iron Flame that we shan't mention, so as not to spoil.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
We have tons of notes on the Fable this time.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't been like super involved in the Fable, but I was involved this time, and so that was cool.
Yeah, everyone's really leaving little notes and thoughts. But yeah, I feel like I had more to say.
It's been 15 minutes.
Shucks. Let's see. Hang on. I'm going through notes. Chat amongst yourselves in the chat. Oh yeah, what's up with the little cult? Humans can do better, so let's do that. Why was that mentioned?
Wasn't that part of?
They're on Ganymede.
Yeah, they were like missionaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just sort of like a
Just building the world.
world building, space religion situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that part was kind of cool, just like to add that in. You know, like there's this whole thing about like how a bunch of the Belters like speak Portuguese or something, right? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
part of the Belter patois. Like I think all of that is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing the audiobook this time, and anytime you get somebody in the audiobook, the narrator always does a great job of
Oh
doing
yeah.
the Belter speak,
Yeah, this
which is a
narrator
lot of
does
fun.
good accents.
Yeah.
It's the same narrator, I think, from the first book.
Yeah, so Shelby and Peggy, I knew that classroom scene was going to be a little tough for y'all because it was, like the whole thing about like giving the wrong kid to somebody who had clearance or whatever. Yeah, somebody mentioned that
Yeah.
in the, uh,
Yeah, that gave me a little bit of panic.
yeah,
I'm like, well, who
sure.
is, and so who is she?
I don't know. I don't know. Because she's an unknown. Like we know the doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he could have been bought off, or he could have been, deep in it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we have covered all the notes. You're really sad.
Yeah. I hope he lives. Part of me thinks he won't. Part of me also hopes May. I mean, like all of me hopes May lives.
Well, yeah.
Um, but like I'm just worried where this is going. Um, I do think it's like a bit redundant that we have like a missing daughter and her father is trying to find her, and it is goo related because that is literally what we did
That's
with Julie Mao.
literally book one.
Yeah.
It's another Death Star. Like it's just.
I'm not mad about. I'm not like I am about the other Death Stars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still mad about that, but
Mm-hmm.
this is it is refreshing and it is with characters that I know, but like we do be doing the same thing again. So what's up with that?
Well, I mean, maybe that's kind of an important point. We are in the future. The universe is vastly different here than what it is in reality. But something that holds true is that kids disappear and
Yeah.
parents go crazy looking for them.
Yeah. I one of the things that I also talking about world building and like vastly different future. Whenever Bobby talks to the girl at the coffee shop, and she's
Oh
talking about like she's
yeah.
getting her work credits, so she can go to. Part of me feels like that hits a little closer home. This book is like a little older, not like super old, but like a little older. But the world might be like rapidly heading that way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I feel like that all the descriptions of Earth are just based on descriptions of Americans. Just we have it easy and
Yeah.
we get to be pretty lazy and
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but she was like, good for her for wanting more than basic. Yeah.
Yeah. So Peggy's saying that Holden and his whole crew is kind of like Forrest Gump, and I think that's like they do just sort of keep wandering into this. That's a good point. He's a real troublemaker, and like everybody recognizes him, and then
Holden?
he's like, "It's the beard."
Okay, the beard thing, that would fool me, but nobody else.
It literally would fool Nicole
But nobody else is fooled by just the addition of a beard.
and Atlas.
And I love
Both y'all.
And I love that someone was like, should have put on the glasses, that would have sealed it. That was very funny. I do find myself just kind of like tittering through the whole book, just little giggles. There's like action, mystery, giggle. Action, mystery, giggle, like throughout the whole thing. And it really keeps you just page turning.
Maybe he died, but there was like another part of the crew in the first book. He was the pilot or something. I feel like it wasn't Naomi. I feel like it was another dude. He must have got blown up. Okay.
There was a death.
Gotcha.
It was traumatic. Yeah.
One of the things I really liked was whenever I don't remember who was doing it, but at one point they like call up to Naomi. It was while they're taking Prax through the tunnels or whatever. They call it to Naomi and they're like, "Hey, if this thing like leaves, make sure to blast it out of the sky or whatever. And or do we have backup or something like that? And
Mm-hmm.
everybody just like played along with it. Maybe he was calling Amos from somewhere. But yeah, but like just like the ability to just play along with this ruse, no questions
That
asked.
was when the people were wanting to board the
Yes,
supply
yes,
ship
yes,
just
that
to
was it.
get their food back. And so Naomi's
Yes,
like, I've got this. Do we
yeah,
have, yeah,
yes.
just,
I just thought that was
yeah,
solid.
just
What good
playing all
friends,
along.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex. Okay, cool. Okay, so he's still alive.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
person. But so what's crazy about him is that like I don't think we've literally
Like seen
seen
him?
him.
Okay.
We have heard him like on the comms, but I'm not sure.
What book am I thinking of where like there was
No, I
the
think
doctor who got like
oh, that might still be this.
yeeted? Yeah.
Um, but yeah, okay.
So
But like
Alex
I
is the
don't
one
think
that
we've
we just
actually
never,
seen
he
him.
just flies the plane. That's it. Flies the ship.
Weird. Yeah. So, one of the going theories right now is that like this whole like Mars Earth war is to cover for whatever they just did on like with this monster.
Mm.
That's like one of the going theories. I'm not sure yet that I like buy that idea because the shooting happened because Bobby and the other guys started shooting at the monster. And so like I kind of feel like somebody was just trying to smuggle one of these things off. It got loose.
Mm.
People started shooting. But like Bobby's crew is what started the shooting in space. The shooting in space did not happen until they saw these like Marines shooting at each other for some reason. Then just like everybody started ripping.
Mm.
But but maybe.
Like, what's the mystery here? The mystery is what's this monster that ripped up Bobby's soldiers?
Yeah. And who's doing it?
And then why did the fighting start on Ganymede? Because nobody knows why there was fighting on Ganymede.
Yes, we do know. There's fighting on Ganymede because that monster escaped. The UN soldiers fought that monster until there was like 5 of them left. They started running to Bobby's crew to try to get help.
Oh, that was all connected.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Great. And so we know the doctor's involved because he got the kids out before
Yes.
all the fighting happened. So he knew
And
that
took
the
them
monster.
to the monster tunnels.
So do you think he knew the monster had escaped or he caused the escape?
I don't know about. I would say cause the escape probably inadvertently, but like that woman shows this blue-eyed man to May in a
Mm-hmm.
box.
Mm-hmm.
We have reason to think that that monster is related to the box because we have found monster goo on the box. Holden's crew has found that. But so something happened. They like fed a kid to the man or something. I don't know, right? We have no idea. Then that
Yeah, what
monster.
was that little boy in the other room
Yeah.
did?
Okay, so that's a good point, right? Like, what if they took something from him?
Just left him
Yeah,
there.
I don't know. But yeah. But anyway, somehow that monster escaped and got out, and then everybody started leaving.
Peggy said in chapter 1 they said to release it. Shelby's clarifying who is they. Interesting. Keep in
Probably the
mind,
doctor's
the monster can
crew,
survive without a spacesuit.
right? Yeah, it's like a super soldier or something. Yeah, that is true. It seems like one of those things where it's like almost like a rage virus or something, and like whatever person is in there is just like angry and confused and in pain, and like that's what's going on here or something. It seems tragic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember the part about Strickland saying to release it, but if it wasn't done on accident, then it would definitely be done on purpose. What a crazy person. Oh man, check with. He's the doctor.
Oh.
Interesting.
Might have to go back and start over.
Well, there was
I
just so
missed
much
something.
packed into that
Yeah.
first bit. Yeah.
I'm missing pieces.
I love that we just have quotes ready to go. That's awesome. Amy. Thank you.
Gold star to Peggy. She's ready.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know that I have all that much to say. I mean, like we've unpacked it pretty well. I think we're definitely this is good so that we can put some of the pieces together that we missed because there was so much. I'm sure there's still stuff I'm missing into the reading.
Yeah, so if we're losing a friend, we think it's going to be Amos?
Because we like him too much.
Gosh, but it really seems like Holden, Amos, and Naomi need to be the ones that make it all the way through. You gotta have a trio, right? Golden trio.
I don't know. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Like Harry, Ron, and Hermione?
Egos, Pathos, Logos.
Ever heard this?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more.
We have to have like the balance of the like the three minds, you know, like.
I've never heard this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Alex he's just running the ship. What's he doing?
Don't forget. Everybody forgot. We forgot Alex so much we thought he died in the lab.
I mean, don't these ships run themselves at this point? Do they really need a pilot?
So I do think that's interesting is that like there's no like robotics. There's no like droid soldiers. There's no like AI really.
Mm-hmm.
We still have people doing everything, and I think that's kind of interesting. Is so wild is because like I feel like this is a very conservative bet about how the future would look, and then like we didn't get that one. Things actually turned out crazier, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
do you want to just wrap it up?
Yeah, y'all got anything else in the chat?
Wait, Aversarl is said to bring them in. Yeah, that's referring to Holden and his crew and Prax, because she's never heard of Prax, and there's like this concern because he's a botanist or something that he might know something. There was like talk that he might be like an OPA sleeper agent or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like that'll probably be like the very next chapter, right? They get picked up by UN soldiers.
19 is Holden.
Yep. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But yeah, so I guess at some point, Holden and Bobby and all them will also meet. I kind of want everybody to meet. I just like everybody.
Miller.
Part of me feels like the criticism Naomi is leveraging against him is like unfair.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, sure, I guess he's a little more gun heavy or whatever, but he is now in situations that he was never in before, where he's like literally hunting down pirates and stuff. So like, sometimes you shoot people. I don't know. I mean, like that's the gig. And so like, I feel like the job has probably changed him more than like Miller ever did. And if she's got like a beef with their employment, like that's fine. We can talk about that. But I feel like a lot of the talking that Holden did in the first book, like he was just lucky and a bit naive, you know. So.
Oh yeah, Avasarala has the best one-liners.
Mm-hmm.
Calling the guy bobblehead.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. She's interesting because like she's like it's not clear to me exactly like how like she's obviously very important, but she's like a third level person in a department somewhere, right? Like she's not like the vice head UN person. She's in like their State Department basically or something, you know, but she's like running the show and has like no qualms about it.
Yeah.
Unapologetic, and I like that. I also like her little European boy that helps her out. He's fun.
Yeah. Like the one that was not supposed to take so long to make the tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems like a fun job. I would enjoy that. I like having like direction and being told to like go research something and figure it out.
Yeah.
He's like a butler. I used to think being a butler would be cool when I was a kid. Yeah. All right. Let's wrap this up.
Okay. Well, join us next Sunday as we discuss the next section of the novel.
Chapters 19 through 36.
Wow.
Yep. Same time, same place. You can see us on Fable to have further discussions. We're going to learn so much. We're going to have so much more to say next week. All right. Well, thanks everybody for playing.
Yeah, happy reading.
See you next time.